what she be on. This is LOL with Kiki Simone. You eat it. Life out loud.
Did you miss me?
What's up, everybody? What's up, podcast land? This is your girl, Kiki Simone. You are tuned in to the livest podcast.
The livest out there.
The livest. That's LOL with Kiki Simone and friends.
You hear that?
I've got me and my, how it go? Me and my boo. I think that's how the song go with Usher. Ain't it?
It's called my boo.
Oh, it's called my boo. Okay, well, I got me and my boo Ace Baby in the building. I'm your girl Kiki Simone. If you haven't noticed, we are missing two of our crew members.
Wow.
Wow. And we are very sad that they're not here. But you know what? This is how we started, with just the two of us. Right?
True that.
It's just the two of us, and we really we started in extreme humble beginnings. So This is definitely a different feel with just the two of us being on this particular episode of the LOL with Kiki Simone podcast. And so on this episode, like, I'm just super excited about talking about the episode because I think it's something that we really need to talk about. However, for those of you who are just now listening to the LOL podcast, this is your first episode. Please make sure that you go and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right
ASAP.
now. Make sure that you are subscribed to the podcast so that you can see every single week when we come on every Thursday. We want you listening to what it is that we have to share. And you never know what can come out of that. We might actually call upon you or something, some kind of way. We'll figure something out. I don't know, really.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out, you know what I'm saying?
Anyhow.
In between time, we need you to hit that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Make sure that you go hit that subscribe button. And just so that you know, again, for all of our new listeners, what you're going to get on this particular podcast, real life issues, real perspectives, and even some solutions. So with that stated, we typically do an icebreaker.
Kiki, these donuts good. Where you get them from?
I got them from Donuts to Go.
Oh, man. Donuts to Go. I love y'all, man.
If y'all are in the Central Florida area at any given point in time, please make sure you look them up. Donuts to Go. That's a shameless plug. We're kind of giving them a free plug because
Donuts to Go. I love y'all, man.
They're gourmet donuts. They even got maple bacon.
Straight up, man. I love y'all. What a donuts that is.
And he's not even a sweets type of person. So
not at all.
You just had, was that one or two? You had two donuts. See, he done had two donuts.
Two of them guys.
Anywho, so what we typically do is we get into our little icebreaker before we actually get into our pink elephant, which is our hot topic of the day. And today, our icebreaker, I want to find out from ABE Ace Baby as he continues to do what it is that he does, which is fix everything regarding this particular podcast. And real quick, I just want to give you a shout out, babe, because he has set up every single thing that we have in the podcast studio. He has set up everything from the table. He put it together from the podcast table to the microphones, to the roadcaster, to everything, headsets, everything. This man done put everything together. So I'm very thankful. So thank you so much, babe. Shishi.
That's what Chris Tucker said on Rush Hour. I don't even know if that really meant thank you. I don't even know. I don't know what it meant. It sounded good though. Shishi.
Well, our icebreaker for today is going to be, if you could pick one person that you could spend, like, to go out on a date or just have a cup of coffee with, who would that person be? Whether they are living or
one
whether
person
they
to
are
go out on to do what now?
To either go out on a date if it's somebody that you grew up liking or something like that, or somebody that you would just sit and have a cup of coffee with. It could just be on anything. It could
if
be.
If I can sit down or go out and sit down with one person, dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
MJ.
MJ. Okay.
MJ.
And why you say MJ?
He the greatest to ever do it.
And see, I don't think that.
And then even outside of pop, he's just the greatest. He's just the greatest.
You think so? See, and it's a lot of people that think like you in that regard. It's like MJ is like the greatest, but I don't think he's the greatest.
You asked me a question.
I know. But I like to be able to, share my viewpoint too.
Man, bunk your viewpoint, man.
What are we about? Perspectives.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, cool. So people in podcast land just know that we're all about perspectives. But I really don't think that MJ is the greatest to do it.
Greatest to ever do it, man. Straight up.
Now, I don't know who is, but I don't think that he is the one.
If you ain't got no answer, then, hey, you know what I'm saying? You can't go against it if you don't know who is.
Okay. Well, okay, so MJ for you. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Now, what about yourself?
If I could pick one person,
dead or alive, to sit down with and talk, who would it be?
I would have to go with, my instinct is, this is the first person that came to mind, would be my mom. Like, that would be the person that I would just be like, hey, I just want to sit down and talk.
Just knowing you, it makes all the sense in the world. For real, it do.
So, yeah, I would pick my mom. She has passed away. She's no longer with us. But it's all good, though. Like, she left a lot of good stuff. And
that's
she left
what,
me some other stuff for me, too.
You made it more personal.
Well, I said anybody.
I'm thinking like along our topic for today. I was thinking along the topic. Okay, cool. So, if it would be anybody, it'll be my grandpa Sam.
See, I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Since I changed the game, you see how I changed the game.
Your game.
You see how I did that? I'm a trendsetter. No, let me stop. So I really, really, I knew that you was gonna say that, but that's who it would be for me though.
But if we were speaking on just like an iconic level,
on an iconic level, I would probably go with, iconically, I probably would go with Aaliyah.
That's a good answer.
I would go with Aaliyah.
You know, that was my baby, boy. I used to love Aaliyah, boy. Oh God.
I would go with Aaliyah. One, because we were literally like 3 days apart being born. And I just really felt that we was like so close, even though I ain't never met her before. But it just hit me. It just really hit me. Oh my gosh.
She do kind of look like Aaliyah.
Oh, whatever.
She do kind of look like Aaliyah.
Whatever.
Y'all, let me see.
Whatever.
Yeah, turn to the side right there.
I cannot with you. Whatever.
Right there.
Anywho, but yeah, that's who I would pick because she was, she impacted me. Oh, okay, that was your baby.
Man, what?
Oh, that was everybody, baby.
Exactly.
For a lot of guys.
Exactly, that was our baby.
Okay, so now that we done got that out of the way, we done talked about an iconic, just kind of breaking the ice just a little bit. We're going to get into our pink elephant, which, like I stated before, is our hot topic of the day.
For the people that's watching visually, y'all see this?
Oh, my goodness.
Y'all see this pink elephant right here?
So we got the herd coming in.
That one right there?
The herd is coming in.
Whoa!
Oh, goodness. I can't. Man, and we going to show B Wonder.
Whoa!
We are going to show B Wonder exactly what's going on.
Shout out to B Wonder, man. And
Shout
Keisha,
out to B
man,
Wonder and Keisha
absence.
V. Yes, we miss y'all.
We miss y'all.
We gonna hold it down for y'all.
You know.
So this week's pink elephant is called "Give Me My Flowers."
Okay then.
Give me my flowers.
Okay then.
Now I can't really say I really know as far as like in the other cultures and other communities, but I know in the Black culture, we use the term "give me my flowers" while I'm still living or while I'm alive. And I don't know if other cultures have a phrase or if they just say, hey, I want to be recognized or something like that. But I can't. I'm gonna keep it.
The Chinese and the Japanese people saying like, why y'all don't care about what I do now? Why y'all wanna? You know what I'm saying? Give me my flowers while I'm living. I don't want the flowers when I did. I don't want them.
Are y'all listening to this foolishness? Okay, Anywho,
my bad.
Nah, you good. I just really think it's important really to live life to the fullest.
Facts.
And a couple of episodes we talked about desire to inspire, and you oh goodness, not again. We do not want to repeat. We do not want to repeat at all. I know Keisha and B1 would not miss that part at all.
No, B1, I can see B1 right now. Let's sit over there laughing.
No. And well, you know what? He probably would get in on it with you.
Facts.
But, in that particular episode, we talked about, desiring to inspire and how people inspired us. And one of the quotes you talked about, could be for another topic. But we talked about people who inspired us, right? And
Facts.
So some of the people that we talked about that inspired us may have been dead or they're still living. But did they really get their flowers while they were here? Meaning, did we recognize them as a community, as a culture while they were still here? Like, do people really know how loved they were, valued or appreciated that they were while they were here? Or do we wait until they're dead to say all these great things about them and they don't get to hear it? So
good stuff.
In this particular episode, I really don't think this is something that we talk about. Like, people really don't talk about this at all that I've heard. I've never heard it publicly.
Not. I mean, people mention it like, people get their flowers or whatever, but I don't think nobody has ever really, the way that we finna do it today, I don't think nobody has ever done it.
Yeah, I've never seen it done. So, yeah, you heard it first here.
You heard it here first, man. LOL with Kiki Simone,
shout friends. So I think that's something, before we can even get into the topic itself, sometimes it's difficult for people to get their flowers. And why is that? I think it's because people don't let go of things to be able to give someone their flowers. So like somebody could be really good to you and one little thing might happen, and then from there you never speak to them again and never let them really know how you felt about them. And if something happened to them, you could feel a certain way.
Right.
And I want to say, because since we're being, we talk about being transparent and, giving perspectives, the same thing happened with my mom. I don't think that I really gave her flowers while she was living. And that's something that really, really bothered me for a very, very long time.
But I don't think you really had the chance to, as an average person does either.
Yeah, I mean, you know how you could grow up saying, treat your parents, a certain way.
You was young though. You was basically, a child still when your mom died.
No, I was an adult.
How you was when your mom passed?
I was 21 or 22, something like that.
Oh, I thought you was younger when your mom passed. That's sad.
My brother was.
Hey, y'all don't tell nobody now.
But I'm being honest, and that really bothered me for a very, very long time. So I really think it's important. That's why I'm really big on young ladies, when your biological parents are here, and even the ones that you grew up with, I really think it's very important that you give them their flowers for them to understand, because you don't want to just automatically assume that, oh, they know. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people, they might know it, but they want to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with that.
They want to hear something. How did you make them feel? How they have some sort of value in life, and there's a purpose of them being there. So I really want to say that if there's someone in your life, that you really know has really done a lot for you in life, make sure that you give them their flowers. Forgive and keep it moving. Give them their flowers, because you don't want to end up living with guilt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For that. So, let's go ahead and get into how we're going to do it.
This is how we do it.
Oh, so you got your own reverb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see you.
All that.
Straight
up, cuz.
All that.
Ninja, please. You got me.
Yes. Okay, so what we gonna do this time in this particular episode, which this is something different that, we've ever done. And we're going to talk about people who have passed away and those people who are still living to see, like, as a community, have we really given them their flowers? Did we give it to them while they were here? Just from our perspective now.
Right.
You might feel one way where you think that somebody got their flowers and I might not think so.
And so what we're going to need for y'all to do is make sure you leave a comment and your feedback. You know what I mean? Below the video.
Tell us who you think got their flowers, who you think didn't get their flowers.
And if it's somebody that we don't mention.
Yeah.
That you feel like, oh, y'all forgot about this person. Because, we ain't think of everybody.
True.
You know what I'm saying? True. So, it's on the two of our minds, and we just kind of, thought through some of the people that we think, just our opinion. So, like she said earlier. So, at the end of the day, of course, we going to miss a lot of people. So
yeah, we got let's let that
y'all
be known.
Let us know what y'all think, though. You know what I mean? At the end of this.
Yeah, we are definitely not going to have the opportunity to talk about every single person in the world. And so we just want y'all to be mindful of that too. So now I want to ask you this real quick. Well, not real quick. We're going to go down a list to see these are going to be the people that have passed away already to see. Do you really think, like, holistically as a community, whether it's in whatever their culture is, whether it's the Asian culture, whether it's, the Black culture, whether it is, in the Caucasian culture, whatever culture it is, did they get their flowers? Even in their fields? Okay. So the first person I'm going to say, Paul Walker. While he was living, did he get his flowers?
I think that people definitely recognize him and the whole crew, the whole Fast and the Furious crew. Mm-hmm. Now, this is my perspective. I think people definitely recognize him and the whole Fast and the Furious crew as a great team and a great cast that, was able to consecutively come back to back with a sequel. You know what I'm saying? Most of the times most sequels that you're going to get out of a movie is 3. And out of them 3, you probably the original one probably going to be like the best one. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And nothing is ever really going to top what you do after.
Right.
2 examples I can name that actually have was the Avengers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That whole little time frame, the 4 movies that they got. And definitely the Fast and the Furious. All of their movies got better and better every time. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I don't think people really recognize. I don't think he really got his flowers until after he died.
I would have to agree with that. I don't think that people really gave him his props as much, for his contribution to. No, not only just the Fast and the Furious, but other stuff that he played in as well.
Right.
For as long, because there's still movies that I had seen after he passed. I was like, oh, dang. Paul Walker was in that? Oh, he was in that? Oh, he was in that? And I didn't realize how long he had been.
Did he do a pretty good job at those other movies too, though?
Mm-hmm.
That's how, that'll lead me into, if that's what you was finished with that. Mm-hmm. That leads me into the next person that I'm going to say, and I'm going to ask you this one.
Okay.
Chadwick Boseman, do you think he received his flowers while he was living or after?
I think this is a hard one.
It's a good one, too.
This is a hard one because I think that the Black community definitely gave him his flowers after Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Prior to it, definitely not. But the community as a whole, the culture as a whole, I don't believe that they gave him his flowers until he passed. So, like, I think within the Black community, yes, he got them. But holistically, after he passed, that's when you started seeing people from other cultures, other nationalities or ethnicities come out and say, Chadwick was this, Chadwick was that. And that's,
I believe.
so I don't know.
I believe he did and he didn't at the same time.
Okay.
Now holistically, I don't think he did. Holistically, I think that he received flowers from everybody due to the Black Panther movie.
Oh, okay.
Mainly, like you said, the black community, because for the black community, it was the first time that we had a superhero.
Okay.
That was it was his show. You know what I'm saying? Not a sidekick superhero.
Right.
As usual, like this was, the black. He represented the black people.
Right.
I mean, just
right.
the
That's
Black
what
Panther.
it was.
The Black Panther. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Black
Like,
Panther.
so boom. I think they you know what I'm saying, I believe that he received flowers for it because the movie did such a phenomenal job. It broke records.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, that hadn't been broke. All kind of stuff. Even in the Marvel film, which we know Marvel is known for breaking records. Right. It still broke,
Marvel
records within that. So boom. And the world recognized it. You know what I'm saying? Just the black community alone couldn't have gave it the numbers that it did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I say people definitely gave him flowers for that movie. But me, first and foremost, speaking for myself, I didn't know he played in so many other movies until after he passed.
Okay.
So once he passed, that's when other movies start surfacing. We on Netflix, we on Hulu, we on all the stuff that we watch movies on. Other movies started to surface, so I'm checking out these movies and I'm realizing like, dang, he's just a great actor.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? So holistically, I definitely don't think that he got his flowers while he was living. But if he would have lived a little bit longer, for people to actually catch on to see how great of an actor he is outside of just what we, that one staple that we know him for, I think he probably would have received his flowers.
Okay.
I think he was.
I think we're
on the
somewhat
verge of
on the
greatness.
same page in regards to that, but we do have a little bit of a different twist,
right,
for it. But yeah, what you think about LeBron James? I'm sorry, not LeBron. My bad.
You might as well keep it there.
Nah,
you already put it out there.
He's living, so we can't.
Oh, we got to go to the. Oh yeah, we got.
Yeah,
we still doing the dead.
What about Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac.
Let's see if we agree.
I want to say yeah, and this is why I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yeah because he was crowned one of the original kings of comedy.
Okay.
So in order to, you got you it was 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? That was a big statement. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
One of the original kings of comedy. So I think he definitely got his flowers while he was living. Even when it when it comes to the movies, the TV shows and stuff like that, he did enough to deserve flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Remember, people, this is, opinion based. It ain't like we just saying, hey, this is the fact, and anything that go against this, like, it ain't the truth. Like, nah, it's just my opinion.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he did.
Okay, well,
what's your viewpoint on that?
I don't think he did. I don't think that Bernie Mac got his flowers. Yes, he was a king of comedy, as was 3 other gentlemen. I don't think that I just don't think that he got it from the community. I believe that he was very well loved, yes. But to be like, hey, let's recognize you for what you've done. And I kind of think of it in a way of like award shows and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I've never seen Bernie Mac honored while he was living. I didn't see him come up until he passed away.
And I agree with what you're saying, but in terms of if that's the only staple of getting your flowers while you living, then a lot of people didn't get their flowers while they was living.
Oh, definitely.
But I think that people have shown love and people have made known, like, to be crowned the original king of comedy. Like, that's what he did. He did walk on comedy, stand up, and he did, he had his movies and a little TV show or whatever. I think for what he did, I think he received his flowers.
Okay.
Now, yeah, I think he received his flowers for what he did.
Okay,
that's just my take, though.
Okay, I think we just disagree on this one.
All right, Tupac
definitely got his flowers
while he was living.
Yes, this ninja got his flowers.
You think so?
Heck yeah. It's amazing how much he accomplished by the time he turned 25, which is when he passed.
But does that mean that he got his flowers?
No,
because he accomplished a lot.
No, I'm not saying that.
There's a lot of people that
accomplished a lot
that ain't recognized for it, like we saying.
No, I'm saying that he accomplished a lot, but he was so controversial, in all that he did. It made people recognize who he was because he was so controversial. Like, you had to decide whether or not this dude was a good dude or a bad dude, or whether you wanted to acknowledge him and put him in different stuff. Like, he was a force that was in your face. So you had to decide whether or not he was going to be one of the great. Like, he was called one of the greats before he passed away. So I think that he did get it because of how many lives he touched that was outside. And for me, this is one of the things that I base it on is, looking at the type of people that he touched that just wasn't in the Black community. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was so many different cultures that was so touched by his music, by his artistry. Whether you liked it or not, he had a very, very big impact. And I think that he got his. I think he got his. And I think he wanted to be controversial.
Did we do him yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, let me.
Oh, that's on you.
What do you think? What do you think about Tupac?
I think he got his flowers while he was living. I just think he's so legendary that the love that has been shown to him since his death goes far beyond what he received while he was here.
Right.
But that don't mean that he didn't get his flowers. Right. He just greatness never die.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? True talent never die. You know what I'm saying? Like, people still playing Pac to this day. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna be playing Pac 10 years, 20 years from now.
Right.
And look how much music done changed since then and evolved, and they still playing his stuff from back then. Like, so I want to
say that it was two things I was finna say real quick. One was, I think I just overheard you not too long ago listening to an interview or something with somebody talking about pop music, and whoever the gentleman was had said that he had like 3,000 songs of Pacs or something like that.
Yeah, unreleased or something like that.
Yeah, that was unreleased or something. And whoever was interviewing him was like, no, like, he was basically saying, like, dude, you're lying. And dude was like, the interviewer was like, well, there's like 300. He was just like, something about 300 songs being out for Pac or whatever. And the dude was like, well, he got about 600 or 700 songs that's unreleased that got leaked. And he was like, yeah, I got like 3,000 Pac songs. And I was just thinking, like, at first I was like, oh, dude, Pac got that many songs? He got 3,000 songs? Like, but it's so possible because this man went into, I ain't gonna say hiding,
but I think they would have definitely put him out by now. People would be having new Pac features, you know what I'm saying, or something to that degree. Just like how you seen people done pass, and then people be like, oh, I got a feature with such and such. Like DMX was saying, I got a feature from Pop Smoke. Like, oh, really? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or no, who it was?
He did say that.
Yeah, he had one for him, and it was somebody else. That passed, I think that somebody else had a feature, and it's just like kind of like how that happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Did y'all do it? Like, nah, it was like it's just some stuff that they had already had or whatever. So
Yeah,
boom,
I
they just took it and put it on.
And I also think, just to kind of again coincide with what I was saying, that he is remembered. Pac's legacy. When you think about, when people start saying, "Oh, he still ain't dead. He still ain't dead. He really living." Like, people
That's
don't
crazy,
want
right?
him to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? People don't want to see that man as a mortal man. Like, they just don't.
That's
And
crazy.
that's an impact.
Yeah.
That's a real big impact. And that in alone is just like, yeah, you got your flowers.
Facts. Definitely. So I say he did too.
Okay. We gonna keep it moving.
What about my boy? Oh,
Go
it's
ahead.
on you. It's on you.
What about Nipsey?
Definitely didn't get his flowers while he was living at all. I don't think he got his flowers while he was living. Nobody didn't see how big of an impact he was having on just the industry, the community that he was in, and that was transcending to other stuff. So many major things that he had in the play, just to even advance us as you know, as the black community, to help us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As Jay-Z and so many others have did, or a few others have did. I can't say so many because a lot of people haven't, but a few others have done. I mean, to even be recognized, this is the first artist that sold a CD, that dropped a CD, and it cost $100.
Wow.
$100 per CD.
That's a lot of money.
And
We don't even want to pay $9.99 for an album.
And I think Jay-Z, I can't remember how many. I want to say he bought like did he buy 100 copies, or either 100 or 1,000? One of them somewhere up in there, somewhere like that. But yeah, and Jay-Z supported him. So if Jay-Z supported him, then come on, that's a lot.
Right.
Jay-Z is all for the entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? From our understanding and what we get, you know what I'm saying, from watching what he doing.
I wonder
and stuff like that.
How could you sell your CD for $100 and it not be leaked? That's a thought. For real.
I mean, you can do that. Anything can be leaked though.
It can be, but I'm just saying that, I'm gonna just say I didn't know much about Nipsey Hussle before he had fans. He had real fans. The real fans gonna buy it, even if it ain't a whole lot of them. But to just anybody that would come out of this and say, "Hey, I want to buy your CD for $100." That's a fan. That's a real fan, and he had people that was doing it. I didn't hear about.
It's one thing for a person to say my CD costs $100 and then nobody buy that mug. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't hear about Nipsey until right before he passed, maybe about a few months before he passed. I didn't know who he was, and I heard another podcast comparing Nipsey to somebody in the CHH world. I'm not going to say which podcast that was, but I heard another podcast, them comparing like this CHH artist, Christian hip hop, for those of you who don't know what that is,
right,
to Nipsey Hussle, like bar for bar. And they were just trying to say, okay, who had the better bars? Who was, they were basically critiquing between the two artists. And that was my first time hearing Nipsey. And I was just like, oh, so it's just another dude,
I can't flex.
I just looked at it.
I wasn't a Nipsey fan. Like, not to say that I didn't like his music or nothing, not saying that by no means, but I wasn't a Nipsey fan. I didn't know about Nipsey until, my cousin Gambino. I take that back. My cousin Gambino, he used to try to tell me about Nipsey because he was a big Nipsey fan. And he let me hear, some of his stuff, but it was more so on the, the laid back, the West Coast type. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The West Coast type music or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't typical. And it was in the era where I was on the Lil Jon Crunk stuff that he was trying to.
Okay, gotcha.
There,
so you just wasn't in that vein. Okay.
But after he passed and I started listening to his music, I became a fan of him after he passed. And it made me be like, dang, like, why I wasn't rocking with bro before? Like, I know I didn't just become a fan because he passed, because I know people that pass and, I go listen to their music. It don't impact me. It don't, move me in no kind of way. Then, to just kind of see what all he was doing and stuff like that, it made me it hit me like, dang, like, I hope I don't be the individual that don't get my flowers till after I'm gone, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
it make you just be a little bit more conscious of people and, what they got going on, and, that you can celebrate them while they're alive. Even if you can't, physically talk to these people, but, you can send good energy to them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You celebrating and you cheering for a person, that's good energy.
I
know what I'm saying?
don't
Whether
think
you
that
there
I
with them or
heard.
not.
I didn't hear about Nipsey, like I said, until that podcast episode and that one song. But I think after he passed away, like you, I became more of a fan of him from not from a artistic standpoint, but more so of a human.
Right.
Of a humanitarian person.
Too.
Yeah. So that was more of what I was a fan of. And I was like, man, the things that he's doing that he's been doing in his community, the things that he's changed in his area that, all these other people knew about, I had no clue about. I was more of a fan as to him going from being this, this gangbanger dude, not saying that he still wasn't affiliated,
right?
But going from being this gangbanger dude to being a person of, hey, let's unite the community with the police, with the politicians. And, it take a lot for somebody who, is like, I don't care about nobody else's life except for my crew, to being, okay, now I care about people as a whole. That was what I became a fan of when I found out about Nipsey, more so after he passed away.
I can rock with it. Let's get about let's take 3 more of these.
Okay, so
then we'll go to the other side. I have one in mind.
Okay.
One that I know you're gonna do.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, 2 actually that I feel like we definitely need to, hit on. DMX being one. Do you feel like he got his flowers? And when you was just talking about Nipsey, it almost felt like you were talking about DMX when you went to saying everything, just like really like everything that you were just saying in terms of watching, grow and, change and all of this stuff like that.
For me, DMX did not receive the flowers that he should have received, period. It saddens me because it's still fresh.
Right.
It saddens me because the spiritual side of everything is something that really, really hit close to home. And I've not seen a person struggle so publicly and be free and honest about, what they're going through and things of that nature, which I'm going to not get on the soapbox about that. But for someone who really, really, has so much to say that could help so many of us spiritually and was not recognized for it. He was recognized more so for, and I'm not even going to say recognized, people rode with him because he was authentic. That was the one thing. Right. That's the reason why people really rocked out with him, is because he was authentic. But the other thing that people really rocked out for him was for the dark side of him. Like people really was just like, yeah, I'm struggling with demons too. And so that was the dark side that people really could connect with. But he did not get his flowers at all. He did not. If you would have said, like, in 2020, who was your top 10 rappers, I can't ever say that I've heard anybody ever mention DMX.
Right.
Anybody. It's always Biggie and Pop, at the top or whatever.
Right.
But I've never heard anybody mention DMX ever.
He unmatched though, just like this period. He unmatched. Like everybody got their own lane. Like it'll never be another Pop. It'll be people that are inspired by Pop. You know what I'm saying? That might, kind of have bits and pieces of things that remind you of Pop. or something like that. Like people tell me that I remind them apart from my storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like it'll never be another Pac. You know what I'm saying? It's only one Pac. It was only one Biggie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They both did what they did, and they did it well, and that was be them.
Right.
Be who they were.
Right.
Not trying to be the next this person
Right.
or the next that person. DMX was who he was. He wasn't trying to be the next this person or the next that person.
Yeah. And just seeing so many of the interviews and, you know, in hindsight, looking at the stuff that we didn't get to see. You know, it might have been published, but it wasn't promoted, you know.
Right.
And so it's just seeing a lot of stuff hindsight and seeing the heart that he had for people and seeing, you know, him struggle publicly and how people really wanted that. They wanted him to pray for them. You know what I'm saying? For people to want prayer, knowing that, you know, they may not be living the way that they should or whatever, that says a lot.
And knowing that you ain't perfect as you continue to tell everybody you ain't got it all together, but you just acknowledging God in everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Every aspect of your life, your music, your real everyday life, your radio interview, no matter what. Like, it's just that's who you is. Like, you just being you. You ain't letting nobody dictate how you move because I don't want to do this because this gonna offend people or that's gonna offend you. Just like, hey, this is who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take it or leave it.
Right.
And so for me, you know, I definitely don't think he did either. I definitely don't think he got his flowers while he was living either. I think right before he passed, it definitely highlighted when initially when he got sick, people started saying, hey, you know, they start giving flowers. Look, man, we need you to pull through because you this and you that and you've done this for our community. You done that for our community. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that if he would have pulled through, he would have been one that got his flowers while he was living. But unfortunately, you know, he wasn't here to see it. You know what I mean? He
wasn't here to hear it, see nothing. Okay, I'm finna throw a monkey in a wrench.
We got one more.
Yeah, I know this last one. Not even on our list.
Oh dang, it's one more on the list. I would definitely want to ask, but okay, cool.
Aaliyah.
We might have to do a part 2. And that was one. Remember I said I had 3 more. That was one of them. Aaliyah was loved in a major way, and I feel like she died way too soon. Like, she did a lot in a little bit of time, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Just like I said, Pac did.
Yeah, I don't feel like she really had enough time. Given the time that she had, I don't feel like she was supposed to make the impact that she did in that little bit of time.
Okay.
But she did.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like she ain't even really get a chance to really get started good for real. You know what I'm saying? She got to do one movie, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think she got 2.
2?
She had.
I just remember the one with DMX and Romeo Must Die.
Romeo Must Die and Queen of the Damned. She was the.
I don't remember if I saw that or not. I probably did.
She was like it was a spiritual demonic character, but she was Queen of the Damned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to go back and watch that. But so yeah, it's like she didn't really get a chance to really get started. She was an icon, you know what I'm saying, Dana, like that, but she ain't really just get a chance to really, you know, to grow. She really didn't grow. Like, it was like, oh shoot, like, we got somebody else dope in the industry, y'all. Like, you know, Aaliyah, you know, she did a little stuff, but she didn't really, I don't feel like she really got a chance.
It was amazing at the impact that she made.
Man, listen, I cried all dang on day when I found out that girl died, man. Cried. I could tell you the exact where I was at. I could tell you it was in the evening. It was down there in the evening time. Like, it wasn't dark yet. When it came on the news, man, I was in the country at my godmama house. We was outside playing, me and my god brothers and sisters, outside playing, having a good time. Came in, you know what I'm saying? Used the bathroom. On my way back out from the bathroom, I seen the plane crash on the TV. So I seen a little red thing going across the bottom of the screen.
Wow.
So I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? It's the news, you know, you really don't, especially when we was younger, you know, stuff like that really caught our attention. And it was kind of devastating, you know what I'm saying? And man, I go look at the TV and they was saying her name and Aaliyah. Then they saying, yeah, you know, when they said her age and you know what I'm saying, the singer and all of this, and bro, I just immediately, I just broke down like I lost a family member. Like
it was definitely.
She had a real impact, man.
I remember seeing it on 106 in Park when Free and AJ were on there, the original hosts, and it was such a somber moment. They ended up having her the choreographer. I forgot the lady's name. She's a celebrity choreographer, and she was one of the few that did not get on the plane because they had too much stuff or something had happened where she was like, no, we'll just wait and we'll go on the next one. And for her to come out to be on 106 in Park to talk about that and to know what happened, it was just such a somber moment. And I just was like, I can't believe like it was like 3 days apart. I just kept thinking like we're the same age.
Right.
And this lady has made so much of an impact, and you just wanted to be like her. You wanted to wear your clothes like her. You wanted to have that flat stomach like her. You know, you just wanted to be able to do.
She made the overalls popping again. Like,
it was just,
that.
Oh my gosh, she was just so like, she was loved. She was loved, and I think that she was the atmosphere changer for people. Because to know that she made an impact on people like DMX.
Right.
That she made an impact with Missy. To know that she made an impact with Dame Dash. You know, and some of these people are not known for being the nicest people. You know what I'm saying? Right. But for her to be as loved as she was, like, she was an atmosphere changer.
I got one more.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant. Do you think he got his flowers while he was living?
I
think he did.
Yes.
I think the ninja did. I think he did. But you know why? Well, listen, I used to not like Kobe, boy. They used to love Kobe since I was little, boy. I'm talking about, ooh, wee, like, yeah, man. Yeah. He definitely got his flowers.
He got his flowers.
Living, man.
I used to think Kobe was a ball hog. And so
I just thought it was impossible to make that many shots back to back. And the type of, like, when I was young, like this, excuse me, this man was going so hard to the point to where it was like my childhood best friend, Chris Hall. Chris, I know you remember this if you watch. This man literally loved Kobe Bryant. Everybody in the neighborhood did. And I just was like, I don't like him. I don't think he really that good like that. Like, Chris tricked me into starting to watch Kobe, and I was like, that's look. He really ain't that good. Like, I know he don't do that every game. And man, every game I watched, that man did the same thing. Nobody could stop him. I immediately had to sober up and just.
You have to respect his game.
I say, you know what, this man just raw like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once I realized he was raw, I was like, yeah, for sure.
That's how I felt the same way about him at a certain period of time as well. And I had to, say, oh, this dude really is good. But I still didn't want him to win.
I didn't either. I
still wanted my team
Boston
to
Celtics,
win,
baby.
Oh.
I was like, hey, I like the green beans, baby.
I was a Chicago Bulls. I was a Michael Jordan fan.
I was a Celtics fan all day.
I went with.
When Michael Jordan was playing, of course.
Oh.
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
You know
so I just really,
Kobe wasn't in that era back then, baby.
No, they did play each other. You don't remember that, babe?
Oh yeah, they had that one game, when he had the afro, but Kobe wasn't Kobe then.
No, he was learning. Because I remember watching the documentary and Kobe was saying, asking Michael a question, and Michael was like, "No, you need to figure it out yourself." And
but that don't count. He wasn't Kobe then. He wasn't.
It don't matter.
He
you
wasn't
had to
the Black Mamba then.
You had to get to it. So I mean, you still had to play. You had to play the greatest.
He was just the same beast. He wasn't the same beast in a different animal then.
Oh gosh, here we go.
You welcome.
Oh my God. Oh no. Okay, babe. For real. I got one more.
No,
we gotta
man.
say this person.
No, man.
We gotta say this person.
No, we gotta go to the other list because we done probably been on for about an hour already.
Almost, but
Well, we might have to do the other one, the other side. For we could just finish.
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon.
Bang, 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 bang.
Did he get his flowers while he was living?
Nope. He didn't.
The black community loved him. He made a great impact. And people love John Witherspoon. In terms of being like, nominated for, because you got to think, Friday back then, the independent movie, all this. So it only went so far. It's like a hood classic. You know what I'm saying?
But
it wasn't
before Fridays, it was like he was a comedian, a stand-up, and
I know,
doing
but
all kinds of stuff.
Friday was when he really got his. I think for me, it was the breakthrough moment for him. I think it was the breakthrough moment for Chris Tucker. I think it was the breakthrough moment for Tiny Lister.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I think do you think Debo received his flowers?
Yes. From the black community, yes.
I think from the black end, I think he was recognized a little bit by everybody.
I think he was recognized by the black community and the Christian community.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he was
if you just be real, the real true Christian community is white. So, yeah. He got recognized.
I wouldn't say that.
If we talking about on the entertainment industry level,
but I'm still thinking I still would, because
all right, that's another topic for another day.
Yeah. Okay.
But
okay, you want to go to the next part?
We ain't gonna make it over there. We don't went already an hour.
Well,
we be having trouble loading it up when it be too long.
We got a few minutes. We got about 10 minutes.
10 minutes ain't enough time to go. We done went through took almost a whole hour on the undead. The dead.
Oh goodness.
So it's gonna only be right. We just gonna have to do a part 2.
Okay.
We can end this one and run it right back and just drop them on 2 different occasions.
Okay. Well, then you might as well finish the list then.
Well, come on. We got 10 more minutes. Come on.
Okay, so do you think Cicely Tyson got hers? Do you know who that is, babe?
I was just about to say I don't even know who that is.
Cicely Tyson. Oh my gosh.
Know who that is,
oh my goodness. So
I might do if just break it down. What she do? What she did?
She was an actress.
She
was an actress. She was an older black actress, but she was in it from a long time ago, and she was in a lot of Tyler Perry movies. Well, not a lot, but
I might know her then.
She was in a few Tyler Perry movies, but she was always the wise woman though. So she was in probably movies that you would never have watched before, but she was a motherly figure. If I showed you a picture of her, which I'll show you a picture of her, but she was just a great actress, and people oftentimes compared her and was just like, why is everybody praising Betty White but nobody's mentioning Cicely Tyson? And they were about the same age. Betty White was a little bit older than her, but I don't know. But I love both of them, though. I love both of them. So here's a picture of Cicely Tyson. And does she look familiar to you at all?
Yeah, this the lady that was on the movie with Martin and Cedric the Entertainer, right at the end, that did the speech.
With Martin
and Cedric the Entertainer.
What movie was that?
The family reunion, family something.
Was she in that movie?
At the end, they had an older lady that gave this but was supposed to be like the great grandparent or whatever.
That was in the Tyler Perry movie.
That was the Tyler Perry movie.
Mm-hmm. The family reunion.
That was her though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I'm mixing 2 movies together.
Yeah, that was not the Johnson's Family Vacation.
Yeah,
but it was.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Yeah. So that was her.
Okay,
that was her.
I've seen her in a couple of movies, but I still don't.
She was in Roots. Have you seen Roots?
Okay, yeah, but it's been so long.
Yeah, she was in Roots. She was in a lot of older movies, but she's been.
I was legit when I seen Roots.
But she's definitely, in my opinion, I think she did get her flowers while she was living. I do think she did.
Pop Smoke definitely didn't
So
get his flowers. While
I
he was
did
living.
not know who Pop Smoke was until he passed.
Right, but he was just getting started though. But I mean, he done made just from the little bit of what he did do while he was here, he made a crazy impact. Like, he made a crazy impact. He worked with a lot of people before people knew that he was working with anybody like that.
When I saw the not documentary, when I saw like footage of like stuff that he was doing, I was like, dang, this dude, whoever his fashion designer got him on point.
Oh yeah. And then the fact that even 50 Cent took charge to say, hey, I'm gonna finish out his finish putting together his album for him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh wow,
that said a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know, he reminds you of 50 Cent, like a younger 50 Cent.
like I told you, what was it? What's the
Drink Champs?
Yeah, the Drink
talking
Champs.
about it. They had a 50 Cent and
50 Cent
DMX,
and DMX had a baby. It would be Pop Smoke. Yeah,
DMX.
I'm gonna say shout out.
DMX said he would be wearing the dress. he would have him. That's what he said. He would have him.
Oh God. So you know what? I mean I know I didn't shout out the other podcast, and I'm not going to. But shout out to Drink Champs because I learned a lot from listening to other podcasts and how people operate and do stuff. And though we may not always do stuff the same, I respect Noriega for how he does Drink Champs. He has good energy with people, so I really appreciate that about him. One day I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like, hey, can I come on your podcast just to learn how you do what you do?
Man, he gonna want to bring you on his podcast one day.
That's right. That's right. Okay, let me ask you another person. Alex Trebek.
What he played in?
Oh gosh, you don't know who Alex Trebek is?
He white, ain't he?
Yes.
I want to say I do.
He was the host for Jeopardy for all of these years.
Oh, the older man.
Yes. He just passed.
Oh no, I'm thinking about Bob Barker. That's The Price Is Right.
Right, but we weren't talking about him. No.
Alex Trebek, the name sound familiar, but I can't
this
say that.
This is Jeopardy.
Yeah, I'm saying
he was the only host.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, now you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you don't. What we're talking about, did they get their flowers? Then clearly, you wouldn't be able to really answer that question. So,
I mean, everybody liked the Jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was cool or whatever. You know what I mean? What else he did outside of that?
In my opinion, well, I didn't see anything else, but I'm just saying, in my opinion,
you think he's one of the greatest hosts ever?
I'm gonna say this. I really didn't see Alex Trebek outside of him hosting
Jeopardy.
Right.
So do you think he was the greatest host ever? You know what I'm saying?
No, because
what
so
are we
scripted.
Giving him flowers for?
It's so scripted.
So what we giving him flowers for?
His life. I mean, I don't know any host that did a show that long.
Oh, okay. Well, in those regards, okay, then probably not. He probably didn't get his flowers while he was living.
It's like you don't think that dude is gonna pass away, but he did.
Right, because he was around for so long.
Right.
You
just don't see anything, but yeah. All right. Well. Oh no, babe! Can't forget this person. Cannot forget this person.
Maya Angelou.
No.
Oh.
But that's a good one though. I think she got her flowers.
I think she did too.
What about Lil Richard?
Talking about Tutti Frutti.
Yes. Oh wow.
I think I don't know. I think he was dope.
I don't think Lil Richard got his flowers.
I think he was dope. I don't know if people really. I loved what he did. I thought it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Music, in spite of, you know what I'm saying, all the other extraness or whatever. But
and
I thought he was a dope artist. I thought it was different. You feel me? You know, I love different. So.
I thought that he lived a different lifestyle all of those years when he really didn't. And listening to his testimony.
Oh, so he didn't.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, see, I don't know. I guess it's just different like that.
No,
then.
this is what happened. What happened? Because he talked about it. Because he was on TV and he was a believer.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't really go into practicing it a lot until like later on, like in the years. He started in church, and then what ended up happening was they told him the way that he came in, like, you ain't gonna make no money that way. So they said you had to do something different, and you had to give all the extraness
Right.
in order for him to get
For it to
on.
work.
And that's what he did. So he played that game. And
That's
that's what allowed him to make the money and all that stuff. But then as he got older, he was just like, people gonna say whatever they gonna say, and it is what it is. But he was talking about when he was on TBN, he was just really talking about his personal belief and how he did shy away from the faith and everything. But then God reeled him back in, and he did what he was supposed to do. But yeah, I just was like, when I found out that he was not living an alternate lifestyle, I was like,
That's
really? For real? And he was just,
interesting.
yeah. But anywho, so that is going to conclude this particular episode.
Yes,
or this particular pink elephant, should I say.
Flowers, Volume 1.
Yes. Give me my flowers. And I really think if we think about, the people that are in our lives personally, not just iconic people, but thinking people that are in our lives personally, like, have we really given them their flowers? Do they really know how much we appreciate, value, and love them? And if there are people that are in your life personally that you feel might question that, then maybe you need to give them their flowers.
Facts. I agree.
You agree with that?
So with that being said, Kiki Simone, I want to give you your flowers right now while you living for definitely sticking with what you know what I'm saying, finding something to stick with. Kiki Simone is the type of individual. Oh, the camera going off, I say. Kiki Simone is the type of individual that if you got a vision and it's solid and she rock with it or whatever, she gonna run with that mug, and she'll dang near run with it harder than you will. You know what I'm saying? If she rock with you like that. And she done been helping a whole lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So to actually see her, it's so many people that, that have had visions that she have helped get their vision to where they was trying to get it to, to where they seen. And she done helped a whole lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And there's still organizations and stuff that's going right now to this day that, she was pretty much a forerunner for. So to now see her, you know what I'm saying, doing her own thing with LOL with Kiki Simone is definitely super dope. And just watching the fact of how she started out, you know what I'm saying, from doing, little Facebook lives to actually, trying to record a real podcast from, with the little handheld regular microphones, to having 4 people, you know what I'm saying, on the show. Her, Keisha, me, and who it was, Joshua, at one point in time.
Joshua,
Matthew, Lua, and R. Chris. Man, so it's like being 4 people on 2 microphones. So her and Keisha would be, in the middle, you know what I'm saying, have one microphone in the middle of them, and every time one of them got to talk, they got to lean to the left or the right to lean in front of the microphone, and vice versa for me and R. Chris or me and Joshua, whoever was hosting with her. And coming from that to where we at now, we sitting in a real studio, 2 banners up, you know what I'm saying, with her logo all over it. We got, official mics, you know what I'm saying? Like we got the Shure M7B microphone, 4 of these guys, the actual real deal podcast microphone with the cuffs on the back of them, the blocks like the actual radio stations and stuff have real deal. Like, man, it's, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know, her consistency. She you know what I'm saying, she had times where she might have stopped or whatever because of life, you know what I mean, you know how I get, but she never gave up on it, you know what I'm saying. Every time she came back harder, every time. And just to see where we at now, to the point of where she ain't doing this, you know, necessarily for the money. Like, she just really got a true, genuine love about talking about things, you know, and of topics and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, to give different perspectives, you know, to be able to help people to see things that they might have not saw before, you know what I'm saying. And it's so dope, man, just seeing what she done accomplished, knowing where she headed to, like, and I know she got great, it's a whole lot greater things in store for her in the future, definitely. You know what I'm saying, because when you be diligent, you know, God honor that. And so, yeah, man, I just want to give you your flowers while you living, babe. You're doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? We just had a crazy photo shoot yesterday. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? She investing in herself. Like, she going big, man. So I just can't wait to see what God gonna do. But I'm giving her flowers right now, you know what I'm saying, as I'm seeing her in the beginning stages, you know what I'm saying, up until this point, which is still kind of the beginning stages. But man, she's doing a tremendous job. A great job, you know what I'm saying, and so
I appreciate that.
It's amazing.
Thank you, babe. And you stole my idea.
What's that?
To give you your flowers while we on this podcast.
You already gave my flower. We ain't got time for that. We gotta get up out of here.
Whatever.
Don't nobody else be on what she be on. This is LOL with Kiki Simone.
I know that voice sounds familiar.
Good night.
Whatever. So I want to make sure that, and I'm gonna make it super quick but effective. I want you to know, babe, like, I want to give you your flowers while you are in front of me, and that is going to be because you have remained consistent in pursuing your authentic self, and that's from day one. From whether you made the right decisions in those times of doing things, right. Your consistency was pursuing being as authentic as you could be. Right. And that is something that I think that many people miss. And that is one of the things that I love most about you, is pursuing your authenticity and being who God created you to be. Right. So I don't be trying to get me. I didn't say nothing doing yours.
No, I'm just saying, right.
But I want you to know that persistence is what people are attracted to in regards to being real, being authentic, being flawed, and just being led by God in the way that God leads you, not the way that other people lead you to, you know, as they would think God is telling you to go. Truth. So I just want you to know I love you from the bottom of my heart. So I'm saying this publicly, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows this publicly if you know Kiki. Right. That I love my husband regardless. So just FYI, everybody, whoever listening, just like I done had to tell some people before, and since I'm transparent and honest.
Tell them again.
If you got something to say about T-Strike, K Alico, King Alico,
Dollar D,
Dunk,
Ace
Baby, any of those names.
Mad Max.
I don't know who that is.
You don't want to know.
Oh, okay. If you have, or Wallace.
Yeah, him too.
If you have anything to share, to say that is not going to edify or you know, lift up my husband in my presence, please do not say anything to me. Thank you, please, and thank you. If you ain't gonna pray, if you see something that ain't good, pray, and that goes for anybody really. But let me just let y'all know about this one right here. Like, I'm making it publicly known that I give my husband his flowers while we at home. I give him, and I'm gonna give them to him publicly so that everyone understands that, hey, she truly loved her husband, and that's just what it is. So don't come with no foolishness.
We all know you love me, babe.
Thank you. Okay, I just need to say that. Okay, I just need to feel I need to say that. For the people that's
in the back.
For the people in the back that's speculating and spectating. There we go. For the spectators. Anywho, so yeah, you got your flowers now.
You got your two home.
He's still gonna get some more anyway.
Homeboy.
Yeah, homeboy. Okay, well, so I just want y'all to know that we really appreciate y'all for taking the time to listen to the LOL with Kiki Simone and friend. And friend with Ace Baby.
Shout out to the two co-hosts that was, absent today. We love y'all, man. Y'all know it's all love. We can't wait to have y'all back.
That's
man.
right. We can't wait to have y'all back
Here today.
Make sure that you are.
One that supposed to be arguing today.
Oh goodness! Make sure that you guys are subscribed to the LOL with Kiki Simone on YouTube, and make sure that you are following Ace Baby. Can you give them your handles real quick before we get out?
ABE_ACEBABY. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's everywhere. All platforms.
Okay, well, make sure that you are subscried again to the LOL with Kiki Simone.
For the people in the back.
On IG. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't. I cannot. I just can't. Make sure you are following us on IG as well. That's LOL with Kiki Simone. QUIQUI SYMONE, as well as YouTube. And if you just want to follow me on my personal page, you can.
Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube.
Until next time. You ain't even gotta follow me on my personal page. We'll talk to y'all later.
But follow her on her personal page, QUIQUISYMONE.
And we out of here, y'all.
Cook Up Academy.
I know you want it, you looking for it. I know who got it. She talk about it in every EP, leave you hollering. Don't nobody ever be on what she be on. This is LOL.